Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today you're going to learn a lot about ergonomics, especially the office ergonomics. I have a standing desk here. I have an arm holding my computer, but I have alternatives for that too, don't worry. And I have a sitting saddle. Here I have a sitting stick. This is an interesting concept. And here we have the plain old sitting disc. I think got that one from Amazon for less than $20, I'm gonna say, and it's surprisingly effective. This is Topo Mat. You see it as a black chunk, but it's actually a very useful tool, especially when you're using the standing desk, you stand on it. Okay, so maybe it's a good idea to start testing the gear. This is a very simple IKEA chair. I know that IKEA chairs are not the most comfortable ones, but these are very popular chairs, so I decided to, well, IKEA has popular stuff obviously, but I decided to pick something super neutral. So this is a neutral chair. So I'm testing the sitting disc, which gives me a sitting position as such. And my desk is obviously adjustable, so I'm just gonna put it a little up and I'm good to go. It's very important to adjust your desk. My arm position is actually a bit too much, but changing positions is also very important. So this is what it does. And the next item is this human tool thing. It has a lot of promises on it. Oh, it actually engages your core a lot better than the sitting disc, but yeah, this is a good product, God's sake. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I contacted this brand for a couple of times for free product. They did not send it, but I'm not gonna be a jackass to them. We bought this one particularly for my wife because she has hernia and she needs to strengthen her core and especially her back muscles. So unfortunately, other cameras stopped working for no apparent reason, so we're continuing this video with a funky action camera, which is a bit absurd, but this is what it looked like. So let's continue. I mean, human tool, as I said, 200 euros, but we bought it for my wife because of her herniated disc. We said, okay, we invest in the extreme. Or you can also get a saddle chair by itself, but this is an entry-level thingy again when you compare it to this, and it works mostly with other chairs too. But of course, if your chair is too soft, it won't be as effective because the softness kills its effectiveness. But if you have a similar chair with like harder surface, or you are not as heavy as I am, you can make this work. This is not a bad concept, and it is from Finland. The other one, as I mentioned, but I still want to mention it for the second time, this is a good beginner's investment on your posture and health. I have other gear too, maybe I can find them for you further in the video, but this is a good start already, and I know that many people own this for studying, for their exams, this and that, so this gives you a good posture and position. What's next? Let's talk about this desk now. This desk is from Jarvis. I have the organic bamboo, no, was it organic? I can't even recall. I have the bamboo top for it. This is a very nice desk, and I got the curved version. This is, I think, the middle size. There's also one size bigger, but fortunately I did not buy that because I'm moving quite frequently these days, and this is a good size to move it around. I can show you the video of me carrying this with my stepbrother. Do next is we are gonna test the fancy desk. So, and when I'm using the standing desk, I just have the thingy in memory. So first position is to put it really down in my case so that I get some space. This is a small house. The second position is the sitting position, and the third position is the standing position for me. You don't see me as much, but again, you see how I automatically reach for the Topo Mat. This is what it is. This gives you an uneven ground, so you get to move around because standing is not always the best thing. You cannot stand for hours and hours. It's not be practical. By the way, you're getting a view of my belly there. This is my profile, but it's okay. I'm also trying to lose weight, and losing weight is one of the best things you can do for your posture and overall health. And this is gonna be a collab of everything. Then I will also review the pieces. So I have the robot arm, which helps me free up some space here. You don't see that now. So let's go to the lowest position while I talk about the design of the desk. When you're designing this desk, I can actually grab the camera. There you go. So I put this here, but this is not really a necessity. And I have the mouse pad with the soft thingy. Because I play tennis, my wrists are really fragile. And I have the arm here with my headphones that I weirdly put there. But without this arm, you can still improve. For example, you can use something like this. This is something I use. There's also the cooling part, but the cooling part is non-functional for a long time. I put my iPad here, but this is a really nice thing. It's just collapsible, this and that. And when you are not fully invested in a system like this, it's always a great idea to have your eye level around here. So this should be, I think the top of your screen should be at your eye level. This is a good beginner's pack for that, unless you want to invest in a robot arm like that one I just showed you. That's also from Jarvis, by the way. They sent it to me, but you can find other brands or just visit their website, because my experience with them has been fantastic. Next, I have another solution for you. This is something that I use when I eat or when I work on a sofa like that one. So when I'm on a sofa, it's great to have the wrist rest. Oh, it's dirty. I'm sorry about that. But this is another thing that I use. As I told you earlier, you would learn a lot about ergonomics, and I'm showing you every variety here. But it's also important when we are talking about office ergonomics is the portability issue. This is again a very cheap item on Amazon. I'll put the links down below. You put it up like this. Maybe I can use my old computer to demonstrate. But let's put it back where it was. This is also a MacBook, I think 2010 edition, and there you go. So you give yourself a better leveling for your eyes. Like when I put it to 2 and say you're at WeWork or something, you're seated. So this position is a lot better for you than without that. You naturally lean in, and that hunchback is never a good idea. By the way, please comment below which articles or which particular items you want to see reviewed in detail. I have them all, I carry them all around. So please comment below, like this video, say something. YouTube algorithm works that way. If you make a noise, I'm gonna make more videos. Let's go back to the standing desk mode, because I'm gonna show you something. I'm sorry about the video quality, but hey, some people invest a lot in the audio visuals, but they don't provide this much info or hands-on experience. So feel free to put your questions down below too. So this bad boy is called Sitpack, the one I talked about earlier. Oh, this goes up, and then this is how you open it. Anyway, this is also a way to go. You just put it under you, and instead of standing, you are somehow leaning, and look at my back, it's still straight. It kind of fosters, in my opinion, a better posture than not having such a thing. And it's of course easier than just standing. So this is one of the other options. I like the idea. I have other models of this too, but Sitpack is the one I'm gonna go ahead and recommend. Otherwise, I have another sitting stick, which allows you to sit vertically on it. But since I mentioned it, I'm gonna show it to you. This one is called SitGo. I mean, I used this for a longer time, I believe. That's why I'm more comfortable turning or opening it. But this is how you sit. Again, do your work. So this is, you can do 90 degrees sitting on this one, but you need a bigger butt. So, did I miss anything I showed you? Basically, let's wrap this video up, and it's gonna be a quick one. So, I showed you first of all, a desk. And I told you that it is good to have your laptop raised, either with something like this, or if you're on the go, you use the other thing that opens that I showed you. Otherwise, you can invest in an arm like this. It empties some space here. What do I have here? Yeah, it empties some space here. And then we moved on to the chair discussion. I told you that I use a very neutral chair so that we can demonstrate stuff. I first used this $20 sitting disc, and told you that it is somehow covering some of the bases, especially if you're not ready to invest in a lot. This is a good option. And then I showed you the one we bought for my wife because of her back issues. This is Human Tool from, I can't recall, maybe Human Tool is the brand. This model is Pilot. Anyways, I'm gonna put the links down below. And I showed you that this gives you a good core workout when you're standing, but you need a solid base to sit on. Otherwise, if you're in a softer cushion, it will be very similar to this disc. And what did we do next? Next, I believe I showed you, let me put this away. I showed you the standing desk. Let's put it on the standing mode. And then I showed you the Topo Mat. And I told you that when you have a standing desk, it's a good idea to have the Topo Mat. Basically, these two go really well together. And if you're ready to invest in a standing desk, you can really go ahead and grab a Topo Mat. And I would like to thank them, by the way. They sent me this one too. I told you I'm an ergonomics junkie, so we had a short conversation about it and they were kind enough to send me this bad boy. And then lastly, I showed you the sitting stick, which I quickly put away. And this is the, again, Sitpack that I showed you. Boom. Boom, there you go. So like this, it's also a really comfortable position in my opinion. If you like this video, again, do not forget to interact with the video. Thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next one. And until then, take great care of yourselves. Arrivederci.